Okay, picture this. You walk into, say, your favorite sports bar, right? Dozens of TVs, different games on every screen.
Yeah, or maybe a big conference room, presentations, switching seamlessly across huge displays.
Exactly. Or even, that dream home theater setup you've always wanted, multiple sources, different screens.
How does all that video get routed without, like, a million cables and somebody constantly plugging and unplugging thing?
That's the big question. And it's something, honestly, most people probably don't even think about.
Mm-mm. But there's usually a pretty sophisticated brain managing all that behind the scenes.
Absolutely. And today, we're doing a deep dive into exactly that kind of technology. We're looking at the central brain for these complex AV setups.
Right.
Specifically, we're unpacking the WolfPack 4K 60Hz 16x16 HDMI Matrix Switch, the one with video wall capabilities.
Okay.
Our mission today is really to figure out what this powerful piece of kit actually is, why it's so vital for smooth video, and how it manages to deliver such, high-quality results.
Well, at its heart, it's basically a super smart traffic controller, but for your video signals.
A traffic controller, I like that analogy.
Yeah, it takes audio and video from up to 16 different sources, think cable boxes, game consoles, whatever.
Okay.
And it can send any of those to any of 16 different displays, or, send one source to all the displays at once.
Or any mix you want, I guess.
Any combination imaginable, really. Total control.
Okay, an intelligent video traffic controller.
Right.
So where would you actually, bump into one of these in the real world? What kinds of places use them?
Oh, the applications are incredibly broad. The source material lists a whole range. Things like high-energy spots, gaming rooms, sports bars, restaurants, casinos, bowling alleys.
Right, lots of screens there.
Definitely. But also places like fitness centers, malls, even places of worship, believe it or not.
Huh, okay.
And then more technical places like data centers, factories, conference rooms, schools, and of course, high-end home theaters.
Wow, so it really spans the whole spectrum, from fun and entertainment to, serious business and education.
It does. It shows how one device can handle really diverse needs.
And that's 16 sources to 16 displays. I mean, that just sounds like immense flexibility.
It is. And think about the combinations. Routing any of 16 inputs to any of 16 outputs gives you, thousands of possible connections.
Thousands, okay.
It's all about giving you that really fine-grained control over your entire video setup.
Got it. Now let's shift to the quality. What does this mean for the picture itself? We see specs like 4K 60 Hz with 4.4.4 at 18 gigabits per second. That sounds impressive, but what does it actually look like for someone watching? Break that down for us.
Okay, yeah. It basically translates to absolutely pristine visuals, no compromises.
Okay.
So 4K 60 Hz, that means super sharp resolution, 4 times HD, plus really smooth motion, even in fast action scenes, no blur.
Right. Smoothness is key for sports or gaming.
Exactly. Then the 4.4.4 part, that's about color. It means full color fidelity.
Cool.
Yeah, every single pixel gets its complete original color information, no shortcuts, no compression that makes colors look, slightly off or blocky, just vibrant, accurate color.
Okay. Sharp, smooth, and vibrant. And the 18 GBPs.
That's the bandwidth, the highway for all that data. 18 gigabits per second is huge, and it guarantees there's enough capacity to handle the 4K resolution, the 60 frames per second, and that full 4.4.4 color all at the same time.
So it's the whole package for top-tier visuals. Makes sense.
It really makes the details pop.
But what about just getting it to work with modern gear? HDMI standards change. Copyright protection gets tricky. Why is being HDMI 2.0 and HDCP 2.3 compliant so important?
Oh, it's absolutely critical. This isn't just ticking boxes on a spec sheet. It's about real-world compatibility.
Right.
You need that compliance for all your new stuff, the latest DirecTV boxes, Fire TV sticks, Apple TVs, Rokus, you name it.
So without it, problems.
Big problems,
Yeah.
especially HDCP 2.3. That's the latest content protection. Without it, you connect your shiny new source and you just get a black screen. Ugh.
The dreaded black screen. Everyone hates that.
Exactly. It's incredibly frustrating. Compliance means your sources and displays can actually talk to each other properly, and the content is allowed to pass through.
Okay, so compatibility is locked down. Now, you mentioned devices talking to each other. Let's get into EDID.
Ah, yes, EDID.
For people in the AV world, it's maybe a familiar term, but often kind of a pain point, right? Can you quickly explain what EDID actually is?
Sure. EDID stands for Extended Display Identification Data. Fundamentally, it's like a digital handshake.
A handshake.
Yeah, it's how your source device, like your Blu-ray player, asks your display, hey, what are you capable of? And the display sends back its info, resolutions it supports, audio formats, refresh rates, all that stuff.
Okay, so they negotiate, I can send this, okay, I can receive that. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what's the common headache this WolfPack switch solves with its separate EDID settings? That sounds specific.
It is specific, and it solves a really common, frustrating problem. Imagine you have multiple displays connected, right? Maybe some nice 4K TVs, but also an older, say, 720p monitor somewhere in the mix.
Okay, a mixed setup. Happens all the time.
Right. Without smart EDID management, your source device might play it safe. It sees that 720p monitor and thinks, uh-oh, to make sure everything gets a picture, I better dumb down my signal.
Well, the defaults to the lowest common denominator.
Exactly. It might output only 720p and basic stereo audio to all the connected displays just to guarantee compatibility with the weakest link.
Even to the fancy 4K TVs.
Even to the fancy 4K TVs. So you've spent all this money on great screens, and they might be getting a crippled signal without you even realizing it. It really limits what you can do.
Wow, okay. That's incredibly wasteful. So how does this WolfPack fix that?
Well, its separate EDID settings are the game changer. It lets you, the user or the installer, manage this intelligently. You can essentially tell the Matrix how to handle EDI for each input and output independently.
So you can force it.
You can force it to learn the capabilities of specific displays or use preset EDID profiles. Crucially, you can ensure that even the lowest res display gets a compatible signal without forcing all the high-res displays down to that same low level.
Ah, so the 4K TVs still get their 4K signal, while the 720p one gets its 720p. Everybody's happy.
Precisely. It stops those frustrating automatic downgrades and lets you get the best possible picture on every single screen that can handle it. You unlock the full potential of your whole setup.
That sounds like a massive relief for anyone managing multiple displays. And you mentioned something about smoothness even during switching, the no flashing promise.
Yeah, that's another key benefit. A lot of cheaper switches, when you change sources, you get that annoying flicker or black screen for a second or two.
Right, screen goes black, then the picture comes back.
This one is specifically designed to avoid that flashing, and part of how it does that is through signal regeneration.
Signal regeneration, what's that involve?
It means the HDMI signal doesn't just passively pass through the switch. As it goes through, the WolfPack actively rebuilds it.
Rebuilds it.
Yeah, it level compensates the signal, it corrects any phase errors, it eliminates data jitter basically, it cleans up any degradation the signal might have picked up along the way.
So it's like a signal booster and cleaner built in.
Kind of, yeah. It outputs a brand new and perfect HDMI signal, ensuring it's stable, clear, and just as strong as it was coming directly from the source. It contributes to that seamless switching experience.
That's impressive. It's not just routing. It's actively improving the signal integrity. Okay, so we have this powerful quality-focused box. How do you actually control it all? What are the options?
Flexibility is key here, too. You've got a whole bunch of ways. There are dedicated apps you can use.
Okay, smartphone control, standard now.
Yep. There's also a Web GUI, so you can control it from a browser on your network. An included IR remote for simple direct control.
Good old remote.
Can't beat it sometimes. But then for more advanced stuff, you have RS-232 serial control, TCP/IP network control, and dedicated software control options.
So options for everyone from a casual home user to a pro integrator.
Exactly. And another really nice touch, you can actually rename the inputs and outputs in the software.
Oh, that is useful.
Yeah, instead of trying to remember input 7 goes to output 12, you can just label them Blu-ray player going to living room TV or game console to projector.
That makes navigating so much easier, especially with 16 of each. That's a great quality of life feature.
Definitely helps avoid confusion.
Now, you mentioned pro integrators. This device seems built with them in mind, too. Right, thinking about integration with big control systems.
Absolutely. It's designed so that experienced AV pros can write their own drivers for pretty much all the major third-party control systems out there.
Like which ones?
The documentation lists names like AMX, Control4, Crestron, RTI, Savant, a whole bunch of the big players, Elangy, URC Control, Simple Control, S-Save Control.
So it slots right into those high-end smart home or commercial automation systems.
Seamlessly, it can become the central video hub managed by that larger system.
Very powerful. And you hinted earlier, or rather the source material did, about a potentially clever way for end users to save some money on these big installations.
Yes. This is quite interesting. If you're looking at a whole house system, which can get expensive, there's a potential strategy.
Okay, let's see.
Instead of buying everything, the hardware and the programming and the installation as one big package from an integrator, you could potentially save quite a bit, maybe thousands, by buying the WolfPack hardware directly yourself. Often the hardware cost is lower if you source it directly.
Okay, buy the box.
And then hire a third-party installer or programmer specifically just for the software setup, the integration, and the physical installation.
Ah, so you separate the hardware purchase from the installation and programming labor.
Exactly. You still need the pro system, but breaking it down like that can lead to significant overall savings on the project.
That's a really smart tip for someone planning a big project. But there has to be a catch, right? Or at least something important to know.
Yes, there's a very important caveat. It's about support.
Okay.
While the manufacturer, HDTV Supply, warrants that their own RS-232 control script works for directly controlling the matrix.
Right, the basic commands work.
They are not certified by, nor are they responsible for, supporting or verifying any custom code that a third-party integrator writes to link it into, say, a Crestron system.
Got it. So HDTV Supply supports their box and its direct controls, but if your custom Savant integration have a bug, you need to talk to the person who wrote that code.
Precisely. It's a crucial distinction for managing expectations. The hardware maker supports the hardware. The custom programmer supports the custom programming.
Makes perfect sense. Just need to be clear on who's responsible for what part. Okay. Almost done physically. What's it like? Built tough.
Yeah, it seems built for serious use. It's designed to be 19-inch rack-mountable, which is standard for pro AV gear. Comes in a sturdy metal case for durability. And the box includes the necessary bits AC adapter, the IR remote we mentioned, and a user manual.
And it's from a reputable company.
Yeah, HDTV Supply. They've been around 24 years, apparently, a global company. And they have a top-quality store rating on Google Shopping, which is always reassuring.
Good to know. Well, we've certainly covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
It's clear how one of these sophisticated boxes, like the WolfPack 16x16 Matrix, can really be the hidden heart of any complex video setup.
Absolutely. From making sure you get that perfect 4K 60 hertz picture to intelligently handling tricky EDID stuff between devices.
Right, and offering all those control methods, plus that clever cost-saving angle for big installs.
It really is an unsung hero, quietly working away, making sure all those screens look amazing.
So maybe the next time you're, blown away by a giant video wall at a stadium or you see a multi-screen presentation running flawlessly.
Remember, there's probably an intelligent traffic controller like this WolfPack working its magic behind the curtain.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other everyday experiences, things that seem simple on the surface, are actually powered by equally complex hidden technology?
Yeah. What hidden systems are making things work all around us? What will you look into next?